What if Venom's final stand was just the beginning of something far more dangerous? A single symbiote fragment, a codex, and the return of Knull, the god of symbiotes, could set the stage for an epic showdown involving Spider-Man, Venom, Thor, and even Silver Surfer. Before we dive into this thrilling tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Comic Tales for more exciting stories. Now let's jump into the action. In this story, we'll uncover the thrilling possibilities that connect Venom's sacrifice, Spider-Man's next challenge, and the rise of Knull in the MCU. Venom. The Last Dance starts with Eddie Brock and Venom caught in a dangerous game of survival. The government's Imperium program has not only uncovered the existence of symbiotes, but has also drawn the attention of xenophages, creatures designed by Knull to hunt symbiotes and their hosts. Eddie Brock and Venom, trying to live quietly, are forced to run when the Imperium soldiers target Eddie for holding the Codex, a unique bond created by Venom reviving Eddie multiple times. The Codex is formed when a symbiote and its host achieve a perfect union, typically during a life-threatening moment where the host is on the brink of death. The symbiote saves the host by fully merging, transforming them into a singular, powerful entity. This process amplifies the Codex, a unique marker within the symbiote-host bond. Once the Codex is active, it becomes detectable by the xenophages, who seek it to release Knull from his imprisonment by reconnecting him with the symbiote hive mind. Amidst the chaos, the bond between Eddie and Venom deepens, providing emotional moments that balance the high-octane action. Captured by the Imperium program, Eddie and Venom are separated. Here, Eddie learns the full scope of the government's plans to extract the Codex and use it as a weapon, unaware of its link to Knull. Meanwhile, Venom plots a daring rescue, infiltrating the heavily guarded facility. The climax unfolds in a massive battle at Area 51. The xenophages arrive in full force, attacking both Venom and the Imperium soldiers. In a desperate act of heroism, Venom bonds with the xenophages, destabilizing their hive mind. This leads to a final confrontation where Eddie detonates an acid tank, destroying the Codex, the xenophages, and ultimately, Venom himself. The emotional weight of this sacrifice is palpable as Venom shields Eddie one last time before dissolving. The mid-credits scene teases Knull sensing Venom's destruction. His cosmic prison begins to crack as he prepares for his conquest of Earth. The post-credits scene introduces a new twist. A cockroach scuttles away from the ruins of Area 51, carrying a fragment of Venom's symbiote. This hint at a potential new symbiote bond, or a sinister experiment, raises exciting possibilities. The surviving fragment eventually finds its way into Peter Parker's life, bonding with him and granting him incredible powers. This sets up an MCU adaptation of the iconic Black Suit saga, with Peter's growing connection to the symbiote drawing Knull's attention. The symbiote fragment begins forming a new codex within Peter during Avengers Doomsday. Inadvertently, Peter's use of the symbiote's powers to fight cosmic threats helps Knull break free, paving the way for a climactic confrontation. In a parallel arc, Cletus Kasady, Carnage, rises from the dead bonded with the Grendel symbiote. As Knull's herald, Carnage embarks on a codex hunt, targeting individuals like Peter Parker and Eddie Brock who have bonded with symbiotes. This brutal quest to gather codices leads to chaos and destruction across the Marvel Universe. Eddie discovers that his son, Dylan, has a unique symbiotic connection tied to Knull. Dylan's latent powers, capable of disrupting symbiote hive minds, become critical in the fight against Carnage and Knull. Eddie must protect his son while grappling with his own role in the cosmic war. Without the knowledge of Peter, the fragment begins forming a new codex. This codex draws Knull's attention, marking Peter as a pivotal figure in the battle. Eddie and Dylan team up with Spider-Man to protect the Codex and prevent Knull's arrival. With Carnage's success in gathering codices, Knull breaks free and descends upon Earth with an army of symbiotes. His goal is to reclaim the hive mind and envelop the universe in darkness. The warnings started subtly. Dylan Brock, through the hive mind, sensed an unimaginable threat: Knull. He told his father, Eddie Brock, who immediately warned the Avengers. Despite the warnings, Tony Stark dismissively destroys a symbiote ship, unknowingly accelerating Knull's wrath. Knull arrives on Earth with his army of symbiotes and xenophages. In Marvel comic King in Black, the battle against Knull sees the unification of Earth's mightiest heroes. Thor, wielding Mjolnir, becomes a primary powerhouse, directly confronting Knull with divine lightning. Silver Surfer, armed with his cosmic abilities and a reforged sword of light, cuts through Knull's army of symbiotes. Meanwhile, Spider-Man aids the resistance, working alongside Dylan Brock to disrupt Knull's hive mind. When Knull arrives, it's not just an invasion, it's an apocalypse. Cities fall into into darkness as Knull unleashes his infected Celestials on Earth, their massive forms radiating malevolence. Even Marvel's finest, from Captain America to Spider-Man, stand in awe of the chaos descending upon them. One of Earth's strongest defenders, Sentry, rises to face Knull. In a terrifying display of power, Knull severs a Celestial in two and effortlessly lifts Sentry into space. Knull's words resonate. "I remember everything you did with Carnage." In a gruesome act, Knull tears Sentry apart, revealing that the void within him was already under Knull's control. Knull's darkness spreads further, enveloping Earth completely. He turns heroes like Hulk, Cyclops, and the Thing into his symbiote soldiers, amplifying the stakes. Realizing the scale of Knull's threat, heroes seek help from unexpected allies. Kingpin finances an army of fighters. Namor dives into the Mariana Trench to summon the Black Tides. Blade approaches Dracula, bringing the Vampire Lord into the battle. Even with these reinforcements, they cannot win through sheer force. Tony Stark devises a brilliant but risky plan. Using a Grendel symbiote, he alters its DNA and takes control of it, using the Grendel to infect a Celestial, which then fights for Earth. Despite these efforts, Knull remains untouchable. Not even Jean Grey, wielding the Phoenix Force, can breach Knull's mind. The arrival of Thor, now empowered with the Odin Force, offers a glimmer of hope. Thor confronts Knull, delivering powerful blows that shatter his jaw. However, Knull regenerates instantly and counters by stabbing Thor with the Necrosword, leaving Earth's defenders in despair. At the height of despair, Silver Surfer appears. Having faced Knull before, he knows he cannot defeat him alone. He channels light from the Golden God and brings it to Earth. This light finds its way to Eddie Brock, who lies on the brink of death. The Enigma Force, also known as the God of Light, chooses Eddie as its host. Dylan's unique powers disrupt Knull's symbiotic control, providing a critical opening. Eddie Brock, now wielding the Enigma Force, the God of Light's power, confronts Knull in a battle of cosmic proportions. In an epic finale, Eddie channels the light to obliterate Knull, saving Earth and the universe. Transformed into Captain Universe, Eddie Brock gains cosmic powers. He confronts Knull in an electrifying battle. Drawing Mjolnir from Thor and the Silver Surfer's board, Eddie combines them into a cosmic axe. With this weapon, he slashes through Knull, wrests the Necrosword from him, and casts him into the sun, obliterating his essence. The battle leaves Earth scarred but victorious. Knull's defeat restores light to the world, though the cost of the battle is immeasurable. Eddie Brock's transformation into Captain Universe solidifies his role as a pivotal hero in the Marvel Universe. With Knull defeated, the symbiotes regain their independence and Earth begins to recover. Dylan, now a key player in the Marvel Universe, embraces his role as a bridge between humanity and symbiotes. Spider-Man reflects on his experience with the Black Suit, understanding the delicate balance between power and responsibility. This saga of Venom, Spider-Man, and Knull brings together personal sacrifice, cosmic stakes, and unforgettable alliances. What's next for Dylan, Eddie, and Peter Parker? Could Knull rise again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Comic Tales for more epic Marvel stories. See you in the next adventure.